Good morning, sleepyheads.
We've been watching Ryan and Haley's 50 States in 50 Days, all about Airbnbs, and obviously the main reason they're doing it is to raise money for St. Jude.
Today, we are going to give you our reaction from the Airbnb host perspective of things that we've learned watching Ryan and Haley be guests in 50 different Airbnbs, what we had no idea people even cared about. We are Kristen and Michael, and over the last 4 years, we have been Airbnb hosts, and we've been documenting what it's like to be an Airbnb host on our YouTube channel.
So stick around because we're gonna tell you all about it. If you don't know who Ryan Trahan is, he is a giant YouTuber. Think Mr. Beast, but also Ryan Trahan. He is right there up there with them. He did the Penny series on Amazon. Go watch it. He was also doing a fundraiser for that.
We've been watching him for a long time. He's stayed at the coolest Airbnbs that we've ever seen. We've stayed at some really cool Airbnbs around the world ourselves, but this dude has like traveled to the ends of the earth to stay at the coolest ones.
He just flies somewhere for like a night and then he'll fly home and we're like, oh my God, that's like his job. Like he just goes, films it, and then comes home. Like he doesn't even take a vacation.
Yeah.
So when we did our treehouse series and we were filming everything like it was our job, I was like, can we just chill for a second? So I don't know how he does it and how him and Haley have been going to 50 states in 50 days.
Now, the first thing that I want to talk about, what I've noticed over watching this, is there's been like a handful of Airbnbs that look insanely cool from the outside, and they probably book really well.
But
the interior, we're just like, how did you go? It's like you got halfway.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Specifically, there is a castle Airbnb that he and Haley go to, and the outside is so magical and awesome. And then there's like a leather couch inside that's like from the 90s. Mm-hmm. There's no like castle theme. Like you could really go all out.
The theme isn't carried indoors. Just stayed at like the pyramid one. And like the interior was like a 90s home, and there's like little pyramids places, but like what's stopping you from going all in and getting just even more bookings?
I mean, we say it time and time again on our channel, just because you have a house by the beach doesn't mean you can throw anything inside of it and just rent it out. Like you really want to have top quality guests coming to your house. If you want to take it to the next level, you really should be paying attention to that decor and what you're putting in the home and making it your own. And that was something that we saw in those moments that we were like, oh my God, what we would have done with like a pyramid house.
And I think that's the biggest difference between like a calendar that's fully booked and a calendar that's just booked on weekends. And one of the things that we love to keep our calendar full,
it's thanks to Lodgify, which hosts our entire direct booking website and makes our business feel and run like an actual business and not just a side hustle. With Lodgify, we built our own website without hiring a designer. It looks and feels like us, our brand, our story, and our vibe, and that's what makes the difference. We get to control everything from pricing, policies, communications, all of it. It's our business, our rules. And direct bookings have been a total game changer. We don't have to have any of those third-party app fees. We get to connect directly with our guests and not just feel like we're another listing on a third-party app platform. It also syncs with Airbnb, Verbo, Booking.com, so we don't worry about double bookings. Our calendar is all synced up and everything runs smoother behind the scenes. If you're serious about growing your short-term rental into a real business, Lodgify is something we wish we had utilized from the start. If you want to get 20% off with the code KM20, you can get 20% off your ultimate and yearly plans. Just click that link below in our description and start building your short-term rental empire.
So obviously interiors, some of them needed to step up their game. Some of them were immaculate. Like the pump house in Minnesota was beautiful. The lighthouse was beautiful. All of the Frank Lloyd Wright house is insane.
Even the nut house. I really love the nut house. And the tree house is their number one house. Still our number one,
I would agree that is the number one house as well.
But the nut house was really cool too.
Yeah. And episode 37, they talk about the cool factor.
Oh, is this the one where it's like in a city?
The other Airbnbs just have some sort of X factor that put it a little bit above. But
okay, so the X factor he talks about, like the cool factor. Mm-hmm. So in 37, they had just finished staying at like a cabin in the middle of the forest. It was beautiful. I think he touches on a really important point that Airbnb has gone from like just having a nice home to the top performing listings have an X factor.
Yeah.
Like something cool about them. To me, the ones that stood out the most were obviously the the tree house that had an X factor. The one that was like the container homes, like way up in the trees. Remember you had to take a lift to get your bags up in?
The view was
X
so
factor.
Beautiful. Definitely.
The silos, X factor.
I think there's a lot of outdoor activities too that some of the homes you noticed they didn't have much to do at. And that wasn't.
We could tell by the footage because you're like, what do you do? They're probably just going to like read a book and watch Survivor because that's all they can do, which isn't a bad thing.
But it's not as cool.
Yeah.
And it's lower on the rankings.
And speaking of episode 37, this downtown loft in Chicago, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was the coolest space and could have been designed so well. I was just like, this was such an opportunity to do something so interesting. It's just random furniture thrown together. And I think that's what really separates like the cool Airbnbs and the ones on the top of the list versus the ones on the bottom of the list.
There were a lot of missed opportunities. I'm like, oh my gosh, if we could just talk to those hosts.
It's if the host wants to do better. You know what I mean? Like they could be booking and they could be doing fine. But
they
like,
also probably didn't know that Ryan and Haley were coming or who they are. And they like all the things that we would have done to prepare for that moment.
And that brings me to kind of like my next thing that I wrote down is that you could tell the hosts that were actually paying attention and the hosts that weren't. There are about 20 or 25 hosts that put Joyride, his candy in the Airbnbs, stocked the fridge with things. I think some of the hosts went above and beyond because they knew who he was. One, that's great marketing. Those are the hosts that are going to win. The hosts that pay attention to their guests, pay attention to the bookings. Like it's not just passive income.
Yeah. And also that was a takeaway for us. Obviously they love snacks. The guests love snacks.
And they're in their 20s. We're in our 30s. But when kids in their 20s, it's like, oh, there's soda in the fridge. 5 stars.
Awesome. They were at let's touch on this real quick
farm,
because
right?
No, I'm thinking of the media silo, like one of the first episodes, and Michael and I are dying laughing because they were like, "Oh my God, the host left us a pizza," and we're like,
frozen pizza.
No, the last guest left a frozen pizza, and you just got lucky with the frozen pizza.
It was just like a random pizza in the freezer.
So that's definitely happened. Seeing those things, and then seeing hosts moving forward, leaving snacks, leaving fun drinks, and okay, I see the value in that now, and I want to be back on our snack game.
Yeah, because we started doing that at the beginning, and then it became too expensive, and I just completely underestimated the value of providing snacks to your guests.
Totally.
Drop a comment down below if you agree when you go to an Airbnb, if there's snacks or drinks, you're more likely to give that a 5-star rating. Curious your thoughts. I think this is one of the coolest things I've noticed. How spectacular they felt it was when hosts provided a snack that was handmade by them.
Oh yeah, like the ice creams or
the Goat Farm homemade ice cream. There was a couple other places that provided like fresh baked cookies.
Yeah.
Providing snacks is one thing, but like providing like that Airbnb thing, I think takes it to a whole nother level.
We stayed at a treehouse where Martinelli's is made, and they left us 2 Martinelli's, and then they left us baked cookies. And I remember
from like a local company.
Yeah, and I was just so excited. I'm like, oh, we have fresh baked cookies. So same.
When we were in Italy, we stayed in Rome at the Airbnb. We were traveling all day. The guy left us chocolate and wine when we got in, and it's like, it's those little things that matter we didn't think about before. And thank you, Ryan and Haley, for turning us on to that.
Another thing we noticed was that as guests, Ryan and Haley are very excited about animals.
For some reason, like if you have nature, you just need bison, horses, deer, livestock. Just some type of wild animal on the property, around the property. But I think it provides some sort of experience because like the bison ranch, the guy took them around and saw bison. Like you don't get to see that every day.
Yeah. And like we could take you around to see snakes and scorpions and jackrabbits.
I mean, there's coyotes that run around our property.
Bobcats.
If you live in an area where there's deer, where there are horses, maybe you put that in your listing. Maybe you sell that as like a feature, like come watch the wild deer graze on the grass.
Yeah.
If it's armadillos in Texas, I don't know.
Maybe we should feature Holly a little bit more in our description.
Our stray dog that lives in the area.
Or maybe a stray dog named Holly that comes up and says hello every once in a while.
No, there's some people out there that are probably like, I don't want random animals like coming up to me. Animals definitely took it over the top for them.
Recap.
1, if you have something that's cool from the outside, make sure it matches on the inside. Don't just throw random furniture in your Airbnb and call it a day. Make it something cool. Make it photographable on the inside and outside. X Factor. We built a circular stargazing platform and a moon garden Our Airbnb is in Joshua Tree, California. If you're curious about it, there's more info about it on our channel. But we built a circular stargazing platform because people come out to that area to look at the stars. It's the darkest area in Southern California. And so we built something that was really cool and photographable for people to do. Have an X factor at your Airbnb.
Snacks. Make sure you have something for your guests, whether you purchased it or if you're close by and you can make something that is homemade, that will definitely give you an above and beyond review. And then the last thing would be animals.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Ryan and Haley's metabolism because I don't know how they're traveling and eating what they're eating. I wish I was 25 again.
Yeah, I remember those days. I'd be living on Slurpees and coffee and Joyride every day.
I was so happy when that doctor made them eat vegetables because I was like, they need something green.
Oh my God, another burger.
If you have any other comments, takeaways from watching this series, let us know in the comments down below. If you're curious about what it's like to be a host, DIYs, we do a ton of that at our Airbnb. Press the subscribe button and you can keep seeing our content.
And if you guys want to watch Ryan and Haley's series, if you haven't already, go over to Ryan Trahan's YouTube channel and donate to St. Jude because they're probably going to hit 10 million by the time you see this video, which is insane because their goal was 1 million. See you next video. Bye.
All right, now I want a fun drink.
Okay.
All right.